Hey folks, it's Dolph and Dale, and I'm wondering, are you ready to talk about some NFL Divisional playoff football? I've been watching some college basketball. Hats off to the Kentucky Wildcats. Beat Alabama. And I don't want to hear any talk of these goofy announcers trying to put an asterisk on the win because of the foul at the end of the game that didn't get called. Well, there was a foul going the other way just a second after that. It didn't get called either. It was a good win. Kentucky over Alabama. And the Louisville Cardinals. They beat Notre Dame. And so congratulations to both of those teams as they keep moving. I can't wait. I want to see Cardinals Wildcats national championship game. Hopefully that will happen in early April. That's my hope. I know there aren't many Kentucky fans that like Louisville, but I do. I like Kentucky doesn't have much to be proud of. I'd like to think that we are the national college basketball capital. So anyway, let's talk some football. Well, before I do that, though, the other thing I've been doing today, I've been wearing out this new Saint CD, cranking it up. So far, what I've heard sounds great. Hope my neighbors have enjoyed it. I probably ought to go over there and ask them. In the meantime, no, I'm teasing. I don't really play that stuff that loud, but it is so far. It sounds pretty good. So let's talk about wild card weekend. Texans over Bills. That was a win for me. Picked that one right. Titans over Patriots. That I picked that one and got that one. Nailed that one. Bye Patriots. Not sorry. See you next year. Probably as the Patriots and Tom Brady both separate and fall on their face with someone else. The next day was the Saints and the Vikings. I missed that one. Probably shouldn't have. That was pass interference in the end zone. That wasn't just Kyle Rudolph making a play. It was pass interference. Stick your hand in the middle of a guy's chest and push off. I know what didn't look egregious. It just looked like some hand fighting. No, it was a stiff arm to the face, and all you need is a few inches separation so you can get that. So you can get the reception. The other thing is I don't really like the NFL's overtime rule. I think both teams should get the ball. I don't like this. If you get a field goal, they get a shot. But if you get a touchdown, then it's over. I think the Saints should have gotten a chance to at least keep it even by scoring a touchdown, and then let's do it again. But, yeah, I'm just not crazy about that. I think that, and it frustrates me too because I think because of the pass interference, if it had been called, that would have ended up with the Vikings kicking a field goal, and Drew would have gotten a shot with the football. So, and who knows where we go from there. So, feeling really bad for Saints fans because they keep getting robbed. Just keep getting robbed. But that put me at 2-1. Then the Seahawks over the Eagles. Didn't have a real strong feeling, but took the Seahawks, and they won, leaving me 3-1 on wild card weekend. So then let's look at the games for today, one of which is just underway. 49ers, Vikings at 49ers. I'm picking the 49ers. I think the Vikings are a very good team. Stout defense. Kirk Cousins probably has played better more than I give him credit for. But I still think the 49ers are a better overall team. And they're at home, and I just see them winning against the Vikings. Titans at Ravens. Now, I have mixed feelings about this game. I'm probably not as gung ho on the Ravens as most people are, and I think this is one of the places where a potential upset could happen. Now, why am I picking the Ravens over the Titans if I don't feel that comfortable? One is I'm just not comfortable with running quarterbacks because I worry about their durability. In today's NFL, can you sustain taking hits through 16 games plus now 2 more games before you even get to the Super Bowl? But so far he has. And there's not a reason to doubt that he won't get through today's game, I guess. So I can't really hold that against him. One of the things that works in his favor, there were two things that kind of made me lean toward the Ravens. One is looking at Lamar Jackson's completion percentage this year versus last year. So I looked at that a couple of weeks ago, and he was about 10 percentage points higher in completion percentage than he was at this point last year. And that, to me, that's a world of difference. You've got to be able, if someone steps up with a good game plan and shuts down the running lanes and you can't, and that's not what's working, are you just going to be one-dimensional and then get shut down? But so far this year, he has looked really improved in his ability to throw various types of passes and to be extremely accurate with them. And that is rather than just because usually I think a lot of running quarterbacks that we've seen over the years, they run because they're not as good with their arm as they are with their legs. And hopefully that's different here, and they can mix it up accordingly. But when you look at, and before you think I'm just hating on running quarterbacks, I ask you, look at Michael Vick. How many championships did he win? And what did happen in situations where he had his running game shut down? People stayed home, and he couldn't. He's not the type of guy that you would look and say, "Hey, he can continually throw downfield and make completions." The other thing that worries me about the Titans is that Tannehill was shut down last week and held to about 97. Now, that could be the Patriots' defense. They have an excellent defense. But the Ravens have a good secondary as well. So, can Tannehill bounce back? So, right now, I'm just picking the Ravens because I think they are red hot. And the Titans will have to bring their A game if they're even going to compete with the Ravens tonight. Let's look at the Chiefs at the Texans. No, I'm sorry. It's the Texans at the Chiefs tomorrow afternoon. I like the Chiefs. I just don't see the Texans being consistent enough. They were 2 games below the Chiefs overall. Mahomes, I feel like, there's been a lot of talk that Mahomes has, while he's not been perhaps as red hot, as last year. Now that people know what he can do, he's still producing and at a high rate. They're the second seed, 12-4. I think that defense is a little more sturdy. I like the Chiefs. And finally, tomorrow evening, Seahawks at Packers. I'm not taking any big risk this weekend. I just don't feel an upset in my gut, so I'm taking the Packers over the Seahawks, though potentially this could be an upset too. I mean, Russell Wilson is playing extremely well. The Seahawks have been resilient and have bounced back. Playing their 50th running back this season. They've had quite a change, but it's in Green Bay. I think the Packers are playing more consistently with the defense that's a little more stout. So I like the Packers over the Seahawks. And those are my picks. And I'm going to try to hurry up and get these put up. Hope you have a great football watching weekend. And we will see you soon.